What's up, everybody? Welcome in. How are we doing? Go ahead, Steve. I don't want to
Are
take
you
over.
are you stealing my intro?
Sorry.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Thursday night barbecue chat. I'm Steve Kress, grill department manager at Wanamaker's in lovely, beautiful Downers Grove, Illinois. And next to me here is my co-host, Ryan.
Oh, is that my
Hoagland.
cue?
No, Ryan
Oh.
Hoagland, chairman of the board, Barbecue Blackstone and Beer Group. What's up, Ryan?
How are we doing, Steve?
Doing pretty good. I got this yellow light, so I got a little yellow hue going.
Oh,
We got a whole bunch of people signing in already. Let's read off who we got dealing up.
We got, of course, Mr. Facebook user. Welcome in. We always love having Facebook user here. It's always a great thing to have you in here. We got Griddles and Vittles with Nick and Jay, which they will be our guest on the 31st of this month. So 2 weeks from today, you'll see them in here. Mr. Roy Rummener. Let's see how long the hotspot stays up.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, Mr. Fred Dudek. Let Ryan speak this time, damn it.
Yeah. Well, it was a great show last week with Fred because Ryan couldn't talk, and that was probably one of the best shows I've ever had with Ryan.
Wow.
Another good Facebook user said good evening.
Good evening. Yes. So, we got a packed show this week. We got Mr. Sean Young from Mission 0 Hours coming up here shortly. That user is probably Daniel Anderson. So, Mr. Daniel Anderson, if that's you, sir, we will ding to that one.
So before we do Sean Young, before we have Sean Young back on the show here, before we invite him back in, I do want to point out I am wearing my fantastic Operation Barbecue Relief shirt today in support of all of the volunteers that are over there in Hawaii, helping out serve that one hot meal that matters to the people out there in Maui from the fires that they had out there.
Yes.
So if you can, go to operationbbqrelief.org and donate. We'd appreciate it. And then that's all I'll say on that right now. I'll probably do a little bit more when we have our, believe it or not, maybe a second guest on today. But let's get right into Mr. Sean Young of Risky Brisket fame and now Mission 0 fame. It's a
wide banner that we got here.
You couldn't have a bigger billboard than that.
It's a big logo on a small shirt, Ryan. It's what it is.
Small shirt, right?
So, barbecue.
How come it's
right?
That is a barbecue. It's officially barbecue medium, I believe.
How come it's a little curved? The logo's a little curved in the middle. There.
I think that's called acceptable fitting. Yeah.
Steve's just jealous that he gets cold in the wintertime.
I do. Welcome back to the show, Sean. Actually, you were on live from the barbecue department at Wanamaker's a couple times. Now you're on the great new show, Thursday Night Barbecue Chat. So welcome to this.
Same show, new time, new location. I like it. I like the evening.
Yeah, kind of new time, new location, new thing. If you want, you can see this is Trisha's son Tommy's here.
Hey, Tommy.
Ryan, do you have a producer? Steve's got a producer.
Ryan's got a cameraman. I got a producer. Ryan's got the cameraman. Where's hashtag handsome?
I have bourbon. He'll be there on Saturday because he wants to for the Barbecue Love Tour on Saturday. He's like, the cameraman is back.
Yeah. Okay.
Those are his words today, though.
Well, that's why everybody tunes in. They like him more than you, right? I mean,
right. Than both of us.
I could see that. Yeah.
Fred says he wants to know if that's the new pergola you just built.
Yeah, it is. I'm actually sitting out on my deck in my 600 square feet of brand new deck with the roof and a completely new I don't know if you can see over there my new cooking area that's getting built out, which is really nice. Roofed, which is great. This is literally the reason I canceled my barbecue season this year. This is it. So
is it finished?
95%.
Is it ever really finished?
It will be. Yeah. I'm done after this year. When the snow falls, I know I can test cook, I can teach classes, and then we can get after it. But we've only cooked one contest this year. That was February, right? At the Winter Burn. And
that was a good contest.
Yeah, that was a really good contest. We liked it very much. We did very well. So
Yeah,
we're
you
very
did very
happy
well.
with that contest. Yeah, we did pretty good there. But Dave and I thought we had an awful cook. We were ready to pack it up, go home, and we get 3 first place and GC'd it, and like this. What do we know? I guess
Like those. I'll take those bad cooks. I'll take that.
I'll take
That's
those
pretty
bad.
good shit.
Give me more bad cooking.
See, maybe that was our problem. Is we always thought we had a good cook, and then we did really.
Oh yeah, no, that's the kiss of death. That is absolutely the kiss of death. Anybody in competitive food sport, I think, will tell you when you're like, yeah, nailed it. This one's on. We're here we go. And you get down to second place and you start to get up out of your seat a little bit. You're like, what?
What?
And then you find out you're like 28 out of 20.
29.
Like how'd that even happen?
Right,
There
nice.
weren't even that many teams here. So
yes.
Yeah.
Well, since we're on the subject of barbecue, and before we touch on Mission 0-100, why don't you just refresh everybody? Because Sean does not just run a charity. He's actually a very award-winning competition barbecue person. He's been doing it for a long time. And then get into how you got into the charity and what your mindset was thought on that.
Yeah, so my barbecue background, I started cooking competitively in 2008. I went to the Barn Burner in Libertyville, Illinois, as a spectator in 2007, and just check it out. I've been cooking in my backyard for a while. Bought that Brinkman vertical electric smoker from Home Depot, in like 2006 for like $100, and destroyed a tremendous amount of briskets because I jumped right into brisket. That's what I wanted to cook. I love brisket, and destroyed. Made a lot of jerky for my dog, and dog ate well for months. And there weren't a tremendous amount of online resources back then, or classes and things like that where you could go and school up quickly and reduce your learning curve. And it was all trial and error, and who you knew. And if you could pick up the phone and call somebody, and then I got the bug, and went back. And the next year as a competitor, I took a year and I built a 300-gallon offset propane tank offset cooker. I learned to weld. Took a year, built a cooker, and I went back the next year as a competitor. And took my buddy who was a chef with me at the time, Chef Rich. Unfortunately, no longer with us. Owned a barbecue restaurant, and I'm like, I'm bringing a ringer, bringing a chef. We have a chef. We're gonna win, and competition barbecue, right? And we did the chili contest Friday night, and we won chili. It was amazing chili, smoked filet and black bean chili. I should make that. It's a great recipe, and we won chili, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna win this whole thing. We didn't know the pro guys don't do the ancillary stuff, right? So. And we met all the guys at the time that I didn't even know. And we were talking Scotty Johnson, Cancer Sucks, and QWOW, and I mean the big names in barbecue. Jack Daniels, world champions, and we didn't know anything about it. And go into Saturday, and funniest memory I have is you look at the rules, and it's 6 pieces, for your turn-ins, and chicken was 6 pieces. And weeks before we were doing our planning, and my buddy Chef Rich is like, well, 6 pieces of chicken, like we'll cook whole chickens, and then there's 6 pieces on a chicken, so we'll cut it up and quarter it and send it. So we literally sent a jerk chicken that was cut up into quarters, with breast and everything, and sent the whole box. I think we did get a few 9s in there on taste, so those judges were probably shocked to see a whole jerk chickens, and we just got absolutely slaughtered that day. And but the hook was set. And backing up a little bit, when I served Army 95 to 01 and deployed, and when I came back, it took me years before I realized that I struggled a little bit with PTSD and some of those things. And in the early 2000s and late 99s, I served from 95 to 01. We weren't really talking about a whole lot about mental health in the veteran community or mental health in the active duty community. The military does a great job of healing the body, whatever we can see. Combat injury, if it's visible, we know how to fix it. We're trained how to fix it, and quickly. But mental health is a whole different thing. And I think we do a better job now. I don't think we do as good of a job. That's why we do what we do, is to bring awareness to these things. But so I struggled, and that's how I found barbecue. So, because there's something to do. had a lot of downtime, idle time, and found it and fell in love with it because it was so military in nature. Whether it's barbecue or any kind of competitive cooking, it's structured. It has very defined beginning and end goals. It's much like a deployment or a mission where you have to go do these set things along a process and a way in order to complete that mission. So all of those things just rang true to me. And then you have the adrenaline, the competition adrenaline, and all that stuff. And then you meet the family of competitive food sport, whether that's barbecue or SCA or hopefully griddles, right? That community, that community is so welcoming and it becomes your family. So now not only do you have the excitement of a food sport, and if you love to cook, and even if you don't love to cook, it's something fun to do. It fills up your time. But then you have the added benefit of that extended support network through the competitive food community. Literally every friend that I have in my life that I consider a good friend has come through that food related something or other, whether it's a class, whether it's a fellow competitor, Steve, right? Like that's, barbecue business stuff, like all of those friends that I have
I love
come from that.
this and this and this and Steve.
Well, we're going to add Steve into it because, I met Steve as a retailer, right? So kind of a business relationship, but it's definitely grown into a friendship because of the food sport world. So, when I was going through all that, and we cook a lot, right? I'm over 100 pro contests and probably 20, 30 unsanctioned whatever contests. With that level of experience in 2019, I had a friend of mine that said, we should do something with this. You can do something with this. And there's other veterans out there that struggle that this might help them. So I said, all right, we thought about it for a handful of months. And I said, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it the right way. We're going to start a charity. We're going to do a 501c3. There's a lot of not so good veterans organizations out there that do things not on the up and up. The books aren't quite right. And they say they're going to take money and they take the money and where does it really go? And, we didn't want to do any of that stuff. So we said 501c3 all the way, volunteer organization that our books are out in the public. People are going to see it. And, we've had some pretty good success with the organization. I don't think a lot of people realize the level of effort that goes into running a charity and the volunteer time and the human manpower that goes into these things is insane. And it's a struggle sometimes to say, we just got to grind on and keep going. But, you get these success stories out there. We have a lot of veterans that have reached out to us that have gone through our program, competitive cooking programs, and literally told us, without you guys, we wouldn't be here today. So you file those away. And, when it gets a little tough, you lean on that stuff and just like the military, suck it up. And then you realize you're actually impacting someone's life for the positive. And it's hard to beat that.
Yeah.
For those
Ryan, let's go
through
some of the comments then.
For those
Do your say and then go through the comments.
Mission 0 Hours is the organization that Sean started. So you guys can check that out, mzhh.org. Get some more details on the upcoming cook. See, I'm getting this going where I can put the banners in at the same time. So
that's nice.
It's almost becoming like a real show.
Right.
Nice. Yeah. Your production quality is increasing. I like it.
Yeah, we're definitely. I'd love to go back and see some of our earlier videos.
I don't do it. No. I'd recommend against that.
Some of the early Wanamaker ones.
Yes. Yeah. We had Griddles and Vittles with Nick and Jay. Proud to serve in the Navy.
Thank you,
Mike McCourt, Army Aviation Helicopter Crew Chief.
Ooh, Helicopter Crew Chief. We like those guys. We really like those guys.
Jeff, thanks everybody for your services as well. How does it feel to have Steve quiet for a change? It's great. Sean, I don't know if you've seen the show last week. I was in Utah at Blackstone headquarters, and the Airbnb that we had, the internet was terrible. It was
that's to be kind.
The god awfulest worst. I mean, I think I heard you have mail. Like it was bad. It was of where Steve gave me a hard time because I couldn't talk. I was just frozen the whole time. But
I loved it.
Definitely a fun
Yeah,
time.
he loved it, right?
I loved it.
That's great.
Bill says he remembers a story from a class.
Yeah.
I look forward to volunteering
Yeah.
for September. Yes.
So yeah, let's talk about September, the things we have going on with our events. So we 2 years ago kind of decided we wanted to focus on, so we need to raise money. That's the bottom line, right? It takes money to do these things. This stuff isn't cheap to do. It costs us almost $400 to deploy a veteran on to an event, right? So we cover their travel, we cover their mileage, we cover their airfare, we put them in hotels, we feed them all weekend. We cover all the costs for these folks if they request the financial assistance, and it's about $400 on average. This September at our event will deploy 30 to 50 veterans across the entire weekend as a part of our program. So we have to raise money. So if you have in your heart, go throw a couple donations in. But if you're a service member, I'm gonna give you another idea. Give me a second. I'm getting. So we wanted to do a big fundraiser so that we can raise money to run these programs. And we found a host with Raging Waves Water Park in Yorkville. It's Illinois' largest water park. They donate their property to us. And then this year we have amazingly found a headline sponsor, Plano Skies Energy Center. So they are come on our headline as the headliner. So it is Saluting with Smoke presented by them. And that allows us to do a lot of things. So this year, 3-day barbecue festival, the Saluting with Smoke Barbecue Festival and Fundraiser. We have 9 bands, all donating their performances over the course of 3 days. Live music Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Windy City Amusements is bringing a carnival. So we have a full carnival, family environment, bring the kids. Tons of vendors. I think we're at 24 vendors across food vendors, veteran-owned businesses, veteran support services. We have a tobacco van coming out or truck. We have a mobile axe throwing where you come. Wow. They set up lanes. There is so much cool stuff going on.
We could do that, Ryan. We could do a little axe throwing competition.
I was going to say,
but I don't think it's at each other. There's targets.
Oh, it's not like a duel, like take 10 steps, turn and go.
Never
mind. I mean,
it takes kind of some of the fun out of it, I think.
I'm not going to commit to anything on camera, but we might be able to work something out there. Friday, single meat rib contest. So if you want to, get in and cook some ribs, that's Friday. Saturday, we have our competitor series. So those guys are cooking chicken ribs, anything with pork. We have a Smithfield Grant. And then we have the MRE challenge, which is a favorite. So teams get to pick 2 MREs and turn them into 6 entries for the judges. It's a lot of fun.
How did you do on that one, Ryan? The MRE challenge. You did that once, didn't you?
Yeah, so I'm going to get to Fred Dudek said Little Bird Kitchens is proud to be a sponsor.
Vendor.
They're going to donate 20% of all sales to MZHH. I mean, that's awesome.
Thanks, Fred. That should get a ding ding, right?
Yeah, we get a ding ding for that one. Yeah, ding ding.
Yes, a ding ding. Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Fred. Appreciate you.
That's awesome, guys. If you didn't hear it, Fred's got his new website, littlebirdkitchens.com. Go check it out. We did do the MRE.
Really, I was just there. Website looks amazing.
Yeah. We did do the MRE once. And since let me see if I can get back to the comment. We did end up doing a blueberry fatty one time, I believe, with all the ingredients that we had. Seam side down, of course. I know in the Wanamaker's classes we had some fun times with that. There was a lot of safety meetings where seam sides were not down.
But it worked. It did work out though, didn't it?
I remember one of the classes, and I think it might have been at one of the Tischler's ones. Amanda was like, "Oh, I don't think I put seam side down." Oh no, I'm not even saying anything. She was a little worried, and then she's like, "He didn't even notice," and it worked out great. So
yeah, hey, blind squirrel finds a nut, right? I mean, she got lucky. It could have come in like a flower. It could have just opened all up and blueberry everywhere. It could have been a bad day.
A new dish.
Yeah. But if I'd have turned it in, it would have won because it would have been awful. An awful wins. Yes. We already discussed that.
That was our first, actually, since it was what was the one you just at? You did the River Rand Bowl, right?
Yeah.
So that was one of our first ones that I was actually at, and that was with QPD, and yeah, they did not like my blueberry fatty. you know, it, the flavor was on point. It was great, but yeah, it just didn't score well. That's
It
right.
happens. It
It,
happens.
it was all fun. You live and you learn, right?
It is.
I
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And
So
you
you're
just
you're
spend a
how I
lot of
got
money,
this.
you know.
That's how I got this great billboard for this shirt.
yeah, all right. So your event coming up, Sean, you got not only all that great entertainment stuff, which I recommend
Yep.
everybody to attend, but I know you tried this last year and it got kind of blown away.
Yeah.
So you know that it worked because you saw how everything was set up.
Yep.
But I think one of the greatest things is probably what I really want to see is I want to see the Battle of the Branches.
Yeah, so the Battle of the Branches, we got everything going, and then the weather hit last year, and we got canceled. And I got to tell you, there's some unfinished business that we have for this, and we're pumped for this program. So we have some of the best pitmasters in the world coming out, representing all 5 branches of service. Before anybody gives me any grief, no, there's no Space Force. Okay, as soon as Space Force has some veterans, they're more than welcome. We open arms. Come on, Space Force. If there's a Space Force veteran out there anywhere, Steve, give him my phone number. Have him call me because I'd like to meet the first one.
Well,
So,
Ryan's right there. Ryan's right next to you. He's part of the Space Force.
so we have all branches are represented on Saturday, and we have Brad Leininger getting basted is representing Air Force.
Nice.
Richard Fergala is representing Marines. Fergalicious. Chris Webb from Bushmaster, who is an Army veteran. Infantryman is handling Army. We have Lee Hickle from Red Mule coming up. He's a Coast Guard veteran, leading Team Coast Guard. And then Sterling Smith, Loot and Booty, is coming up
Nice.
to lead Navy, and he's a Navy veteran. So 3 of our 5 Pitmaster team leaders are veterans. So basically, we introduce these Pitmaster team leaders to their 4 veterans on Friday. They have a little time to plan. And then on Saturday, we provide them a kitchen stadium under a tent, everything, meats, cookers, seasonings, rubs, everything. And they compete as a team and go head to head to be determined who's the best branch of service in the same categories as our other competitor series. So chicken ribs, anything with pork, and MRE, with a couple of little hiccups because it's military. We got to have hiccups. The pitmasters can't touch anything. Only
Nice.
the veterans can touch. So they have to coach their veterans through the cook. And they're presenting to a panel of 6 celebrity judges, live presentation, all while being filmed and broadcast. We have a broadcast truck coming out. So you'll be able to tune in to our YouTube, our Facebook, the Barbecue League with Brad. We partner with them. So if you're not a member of Barbecue League, go sign up. There's good information over there as well. But that's going to be pretty awesome. We have Rod Gray from KCBS, so Pellet Envy, Eat Barbecue, current KCBS CEO. He's coming in to be a celebrity judge. Joel Hansen, who's a YouTube influencer, is coming down from Canada. He's a professional eater, which will be fun.
Like Ryan.
And
Ryan's a professional eater.
Yeah, sign me
I
up.
don't know. I think Joel holds like world records for eating like 30 pounds of ice cream in a minute or something. It's
I'm not that
insane.
professional. I just like to
it's
eat.
insane. Yeah, and he's a big barbecue junkie, so he's pretty pumped. So that's fun. That's open to the public. Check it out. See these guys going at it. That's going to be fun. I can't think of anything more military than getting a bunch of people together you've never met before, and then tomorrow you have to go complete a mission and figure out a way to pull it together. It's pretty military. I know Steve calls that just a normal day at Wanamaker's, but
What's that?
Just trying to
Standing
figure
around?
things out and keep it together. Yeah.
Right. Managing myself. Right.
If I had to look in the mirror and see that, I'd try to figure something out too. But
Right.
You guys
So
are still like
what
a
day is the
married
Battle of
couple,
the Branch?
man.
What day is the Battle of the Branches again?
Saturday, so the 16th.
Saturday.
Yep.
I
And then when
got
all that's
not
over, once that's done, we roll into a Master Series Pro. So we have a
Wow.
Sunday Pro Series, Master Series contest for KCBS Pro teams. So it's full packed weekend this year, man. We loaded up.
Do you know some of the? Do you know some of the teams for the Sunday? Some of the teams that are out there are gonna.
Yeah, there's off the top of my head, I mean, all of the pitmaster team leaders, with the exception of Lee, are cooking. So you got all those guys in there. Yeah, QU. We got Good Googly Goose coming out on his
Nice.
voyage to the American Royal. I'd have to, that's not my department this year. Paul Buab is the all
Oh,
all
nice.
things barbecues. Yeah, so he's the organizer for all that stuff. So honestly, off the top of my head, I don't even know anymore, which is great. So I can go
Nice.
focus on other stuff. So it's just perfect.
That's what delegation's all about, my friend.
That's what really amazing committee and dedicated volunteers does. You can't do this without a lot of those. Speaking of which, we need more volunteers. So Ryan,
I was getting to that. I was just getting a text message actually that our soccer game was moved, so I am available, and I will
Friday,
be,
Saturday, Sunday. Perfect.
What I can.
3 days.
I will.
That's good. Yeah, 3 days it's just the minimum requirement. Yep.
Okay, that's it.
Only need 3 days out of you.
3 days for all 3 days. All right.
That's it. 3 days.
Yeah.
Just 3 days for people that allow you to do this by risking their lives to defend this country. Just 3 days. That's it.
Wow. Wow.
Where's Steve going to be at that day?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'd have to
Yeah.
check and see.
Steve, where are you gonna be?
I'm not sure if I'm working or not. If I am not working, I will probably be checking everything out, because I do like to go to barbecue competitions and try to eat.
Well, I hope I'll be there. And I think, what was it, last year? I think we did, Dave and I did like 35 slabs of ribs.
Yeah, it was for our Friday VIP dinner. So
Yes.
yeah. If you hit the website, if you want the VIP experience, we have it. It's Regiment 22. It's our membership program. So you can get into our VIP dinner Friday night. You get access to all the celebrity judges, meet and greets, front row band access, private parking. My personal favorite, private porta potties.
Nice.
Very important at a festival.
That's
That's
where,
on the web.
You can sign Steve up for the porta potty duty when he volunteers.
No.
We outsourced that, thankfully.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very hard to find volunteers for that role.
It's a
Very hard.
crappy
Right.
job. So
Wow.
It's pretty crappy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
So
don't have the sound effects for the boom booms or any of that stuff.
we're getting there. We'll get there.
Sean, Ryan's the tech guy. He's the one that comes up with all this stuff with like his little headphones that he's got today, and he kind of looks like the sound man today.
We try.
Yes.
I mean, when I was on the Barbecue Central show, he straight out told me and was honest that my sound and everything through my laptop without this was straight garbage. So I figured I'd try to make it sound a little better, and I can hear you guys a lot better in here, and then I can also just mute myself.
Oh, that's
I
nice. Say
like
something.
it. That's my favorite right there.
You shouldn't say that about Steve. I heard you. That's not very nice.
Yeah, I know.
No.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure,
So,
that guy can make fun of you, but I can't make fun of you without you getting all upset. I tell you
known him
your
for
stuff
like
straight up
20
garbage forever.
years. When you and I have known each other for 20 years, then yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, back to the '93 Cavalier with 10.
Yeah, I know. Like
sound system.
Ryan and I we're this close to like being in a high school together. Like,
Scary in itself.
it's that almost that long.
Yeah.
Close.
Definitely.
Close. Yeah.
With the Z Cavaricis. Did you have Cavaricis back then? Or that was me in the 80s, I think. Or did you still have them in the 90s?
I had some Z Cavaricis. Yeah.
I figured as much. And you had hair back then that was probably all like, like kid and play. Yeah, right.
Yes.
I was back in the what was your DJ name? What were you, DJ what? Was it
DJ Rue.
DJ Rue.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's another long story. Thanks, Sean.
Maybe we could have that as maybe we could have DJ Rue as like a guest character once in a while on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Wasn't there a DJ Pimp or something? Didn't you rebrand to Pimp? Wasn't that?
Well, it was
Oh,
it was
it gets
it was it was pimp, and then that turned into Pimpy Roo, and then that turned into
Yeah,
DJ
yeah.
Roo, and
Pimpy
Yeah,
Roo. Sounds
Yeah.
like
I
it's
remember
like you
this
got
stuff.
pimples or something.
You're breathing a little heavy over there. You okay, bud?
yeah, I'm good. It's the Breckenridge bourbon.
Yeah, sure.
Jeff knows
All
DJ
right.
Roo. Yes, good
Yeah.
times.
That's funny.
All right.
Yeah, guys, definitely a great event. If you haven't checked it out, go check out mzhh.org. All the details. If you're in the area and you can volunteer and sign up to volunteer, I know they can use as many volunteers as they can get. I will be reaching out and signing up to volunteer, even though that's the same weekend that my mother comes in town. So I've told her,
Oh,
sorry,
Jesus.
Mom, I got barbecue. So
Yeah.
I mean, at least I'll be there, Sean. I was there last year, and
Just bring your mom with you.
yeah, I told her that's what I was saying to the wife, that my mom
She can
come out.
volunteer.
She can take hashtag handsome to the carnival.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
so
Yeah, that's a good plan.
He'd probably
Windy-
like
Windy-
that. He'll probably
Windy
get
City
spoiled.
Amusements, right?
Windy City Amusements. Yeah, they. I don't know exactly what they're bringing out, but they're telling us a full carnival. I don't know what that means because I've never seen this before, but I can tell you they have quite the square footage we're giving them. So they're saying like 12, 14, 16 rides, like,
Man,
and a
just
full
think,
midway. So all the carnival food that
Nice.
goes with it. I'm looking forward to eating about 400 corn dogs because that's
Yes.
kind of my
Nice.
I love it. There's nothing better than a carnival corn
Nothing.
dog.
nothing. A nice cold beer and a carnival corn dog.
Shaker.
I'm happy.
Yeah,
Nice.
doesn't take much to please them.
Nope.
But yeah, so yeah. Got anything else
All
there,
right.
Steve?
No, I'm just about ready to say that Sean, thanks for your time, and
Yeah.
obviously thank you for your service. I did want to point out, because Ryan skipped the comment. Somebody was asking about classes at Wanamakers.
I
There
trying-
is one, October 28th, holiday meets class, and if anybody's taken any of Sean's classes, there it is. There's the comment. That is probably one of the classes that you will eat the most. It is probably the only class where there's tons of leftovers, because
Yeah.
by the time we get to the prime rib at the end, you're pretty darn well full. So it's well worth.
I
signing
can
up
say
for that.
without the class, we might not be here right now.
Yeah, all three of us. You're right.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
I mean, I've known Sean for a long time, and after the car audio went down, and then we didn't really see each other anymore. I walked into the class at Wanamakers, and I'm like, "What the hell are you doing here?" He goes, "What the hell are you doing here? I'm teaching a class." No, and then it was
I'm
like,
supposed to be here.
yeah, no, it's definitely. Phil wants to know: do volunteers have to wear or bring anything specific?
No, just
Shoes?
yourself.
Closed-toed shoes.
No. I mean, you're going to be on your feet, so you want to be comfortable. I wouldn't recommend like sandals or flip flops, or anything like that. But
Patrick says
yeah.
Speedos.
um,
That would be good.
yeah, we'll give you a vest when you get there. You get a volunteer vest. I think Ryan ran off with his last year. Just bring it back, will you?
Oh, I did not, Amanda. I gave it to Amanda.
I'm joking.
Sure.
I'm joking. I'm
Yeah.
joking.
I was just saving it for this year.
Well, I figured just as long as it comes back light starch, wrinkle free, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Easy ironing. It's polyester. Be very
Yes.
careful.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's missing a big diamond and a flat. But yeah, Sean, thanks for coming on. Again, everybody, mzhh.org. Make sure you go check it out. Even if you can't volunteer or you're not in the area, just go check it out. If you can donate anything, even if it's 50 cents, $1, I mean, every single penny helps. That everything that we do for these veterans and that Sean does and his whole organization, we can't thank him enough for all of that.
Appreciate it,
not
guys.
only that, it's say you can't make it to this event. I know Sean does a few other events throughout the year. That this one may not work for you, but there may be other ones that will, and you'll get notified this way that you can.
Actually, so thanks for segueing and teeing that one up. As of yesterday, we forgot about this. We now have a global headquarters in Plainfield. So we have a very generous donor, amazing donor, that has donated 2,000 square foot with office space, 850 square foot warehouse for us to set up our headquarters and our command post and operating areas. So with that, we're going to start doing some things, obviously, once we get kind of through our event, but some local fundraisers, some meetups, some veteran boot camps and things where we'll have some, either weekend or evening, once a month, charity driven small fundraisers. And there's always an opportunity to come out, help us cook some stuff, feed some vets. That stuff's going to be spinning up probably in the next 6 months. So just right in Plainfield off about 127th and 59. So a lot of stuff coming up with that.
Excellent.
All
right, buddy.
So more to come.
Well, thank you on that. And then for right now, if you're looking for the classes for Sean that he teaches excellent classes. They are at Wanamaker's or Tischler's in Plainfield. You can always go to, riskybrisket.us. And that'll list them all on there. You can sign up on there. They are not on the Wanamaker's page as of yet. Sean will be happy to know that it took a little bit, but I think we finally have the verbiage correct for the post that'll go out from the Wanamaker's Home and Garden page. So that hopefully will be going up soon. That was approved today. I think we finally got it down, and it took a little bit, but I think they finally understand. So I think we got it. Yeah, right, I think we finally got it. So,
great.
All right, buddy.
All right, thanks, guys.
right, Sean. Thanks again. Have a good night.
See you, Sean.
Yep, see ya.
Yep. Ryan, I think we got our other two guests in the waiting room. This is kind of a surprise today. I was at work today, and I got a text message from my good friend Mike Davis. Hopefully, he's in the waiting room there. But they're both in there. Yeah. So he sent me a message saying, "Give me a holler out for." He's got a competition called, I think it's Bitches of Barbecue or something like that. This is the great thing about it not being the other show is I can actually say Bitches of Barbecue, I think. But he'll explain it. So I asked him, I said, well, why don't you come on the show? The guest is usually a half hour. So I asked him, I said, why don't you come on the show? And why don't you talk about it? And then he said, well, my friend Michelle should do it because she's in it and stuff like that. And I said, well, she can come too. So this will be the first time we'll have 4 people on the screen at the same time, I think. There he is, Mike D. What's up? There's Michelle. Wow.
There we go. Welcome in, everybody.
Hey, Mike, quit chasing that girl around the playground.
I know, right? Can't help it. Sorry. What's
Ryan,
up,
I don't know
12?
For those of you that don't know, like when we're sitting here on the show, we can see the people that are in the back room waiting for us, so we can see all their reactions at the same time. So it's kind of funny to watch what they're doing. So if you're ever on the show, just beware that we can still see you once you come in.
Yeah, don't pick
just as I don't know Michelle, but just as a warning, Ryan, to you, Mike D is probably this may go off the rails quickly, and at any given time. You're going to be professional. Okay, well.
Are you really?
We're definitely professional.
Look at he's like blushing like, oh my God, I got to be professional. I can't. So anyway, so Mike D, I volunteer with Mike Davis. We volunteer with Operation Barbecue Relief for veterans of, I got mine on too to support
Mine's
to support Operation Barbecue Relief. And we've done a bunch of different deployments. I don't remember them all, but we've been on a bunch of them. Some very funny moments with Mike Davis, as always. There's always some good ones.
It's never dull with Mike D around.
Never a dull moment. So, Mike, you had it.
There's not shenanigans. We're not having fun.
Yeah, that's right. I agree with you. But so give us a little explanation of what you got. What's happening here between you and Michelle? There, we can figure out what's the competition that's coming up and what's it all about. And you're promoting a very good thing, and that's Women in Barbecue, which is a cool thing in itself.
You want me to run with that, Mike?
Yes, this is Michelle Gwynn, and if you're not familiar, she runs the judging for Memphis in May every year. Her and her husband Brandon.
Oh, nice.
And
we are OBR volunteers as well too. So
nice.
If you haven't run into us yet, you will eventually. Again, Michelle Gwynn. I am Ain't It the Life Barbecue out of Lakeland, Tennessee, just north of Memphis, Tennessee. And how this contest came about was it was a wine-induced idea, which means I had too much of the bottle and said, let's see if these wives and girlfriends actually pay attention to what their husbands and partners do. And it was a hot day in August. Why not? Let's just get around the pool and cook some ribs and get everybody get to know each other in a casual competition setting. And then I thought maybe 5 people would show up, and we had to stop it because my yard ran out of space. And so we have 18 female pit masters coming this Saturday to compete in a rib only throwdown, and this is what they're vying for.
I can't
I don't know if you can see that belt buckle up close, but it is phenomenal.
It's
it is
beautiful.
one of the nicest belt buckles I've ever seen.
Yeah, and I look. I've had women's. I've never cooked a rib before. I said, "Well, you got 10 weeks to learn. Get at it."
Yep.
And they did. They got with their husbands. They're spending time with their husbands, learn how to cook. They're getting together, involved. So those that were already in the behind the scenes, some of them we know they already do the ribs anyway. The husband just takes a nap. So we're others just didn't do anything at all, or always at home with the kids. So it was just a way to get the families together, and also to highlight female pit masters and get them in a more comfortable setting for learning and growing, and say that you don't have to worry about competing against these big name people, because they always think about the big guys like Keith Riles and Mark Lambert and all them, and they get intimidated for their first try. And this is just a way to get their feet wet, get some practice in, get some confidence, and get out there and get back on the circuit.
Nice.
See, there's finally a competition for you, Ryan, that you can go compete with the girls.
And then Mike D jumped in because, me and Mike, we're like brother and sister. We've been hanging out together for a long time, running buddies, barbecue buddies, and he's been very instrumental in getting a lot of the extra things donated to make this worth the while. Because for the first year, we went in with no cost, so there's no entry fee for this year. We got the ribs donated, we got the porta johns donated. I mean,
Nice.
Everything is just. And we got some prize money donated in addition to the belt buckle. So it's just
We got prize money donated by Jack Woods Cookers.
Oh, nice.
Shoot, we even have some Icy Tech coolers coming. Brand spanking new, red, fire hot barbecue Icy Tech coolers coming.
Aaron
Man, we got coolers.
Aaron Burton's W sauce.
Yep.
Yeah.
From the Rub and Tug.
Yeah.
Were you
Is
at
there
the
a
Rub and
website
Tug
where
night?
everybody can sign up for this app?
Absolutely. You haven't seen my Facebook reels? Come on, Steve. You keep up
I
with
know.
me
I
on
do
that.
watch them. Did the Rub and Tug down there. My good old friend Burton Young. Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get invited. Go figure.
But
Well,
the whole thing is this thing's grown just in the very few weeks we threw it together, very short and quick. That it's obviously it's something that's very much in desire and need. I know there's a lot of people in Texas, Louisiana, obviously up there in the Kansas City area where there's a lot of female pit masters in the Kansas City Barbecue Society. That
there's many in Chicago.
do that too. Apparently I need to go up there more often because I didn't know about that. So just getting all these women together to help grow and empower each other and just be better pit masters is
Is there a website or something for this?
No, honestly, that's how infant this is.
Okay.
This just started, Ryan. This is like newer than the griddle battle, I think.
Like
Yeah,
I seriously designed the
This is
flyer
together
on
with
Canva in June 6th is when I put the flyer out on Canva. That's how easy how young this is.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
So we went from a Memorial Day drunk idea to having a contest August 19th, and hey, it's going to go well, and I look forward to seeing where it can go and how big we can make it. And because I know there's more, like just in this Memphis area, we got 20, and we had several people have to turn it down because they were committed to other events or work. So I can imagine if we can really open it up to further areas to make it bigger. I can easily see this be 100+ women pit masters
Oh,
competing.
yeah, we've already got several from Louisiana, Texas. I know one from Florida that says she's in next year, no matter what. I mean, just hopefully with this little spot, thank you, Steve. We'll maybe get some more from the Chicago area.
Yeah.
Or worldwide. You're worldwide, so.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we are going to do some Facebook Lives and some videos this weekend to highlight it and do some social reels to promote it for next year. But if anybody wants to follow along and see how it's going this weekend, they can follow Ain't It the Life on Facebook. That's our barbecue team page. That's where the Facebook Lives are going to come from. And we will Facebook Lives at awards at 5 p.m. Central on Saturday.
Mike, before you and Michelle, you could do this. We're not friends on Facebook because I know Mike is, but we'll have to look each other up. But notify me before the awards are going on, because obviously with all the algorithms and everything, the notifications don't come through all the time from everybody.
Yeah.
So just message me when the awards are going to go, because I want to make sure that gets shared, or I want to make sure it gets shared in the It's All About the Barbecue group,
Okay.
so that the group can see it. So that'll, and I don't know if Ryan wants to then, I can notify him, or we can get him in, or so he can share it in the Barbecue Blackstone and Beer group. So that kind of helps grow the awareness that this kind of an event is out there. Because I think it's, I think there's more women out there that want to do barbecue that I just think are afraid to say they want to do barbecue.
Yeah,
You know,
reluctant or standing on the back helping their man out.
Yeah,
Right.
and I know I've personally trained at least 2 in the last 10 weeks to get ready for this weekend, and they're like, I didn't realize it was not that hard.
And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Michelle, what was the Facebook page for your barbecue team?
Ain't it the life?
Ain't the life. Saint,
AINT.
Here,
the life.
I'll put it in
Ain't-
I'll put it in chat.
Ain't it the life? Did you ever, Michelle? Did you ever think? Did you think to reach out to Sunny Lynn?
I did not reach out to her, but me and her are friends. I know she's a little preoccupied right now.
Correct. Yeah, I know she's got a lot going on, but
She
she
knows
does know
about
about it. Yeah, because I think she'd be all up for that, and willing to help you promote that and everything too. So
Oh no, absolutely. Going forward for next year, like I said, I thought this was should be a bunch of friends just hanging out, drinking beer and cooking ribs, and it turned into bigger.
now it turned into a competition.
Oh yeah.
So nice. Well, that's kind of a neat little, but that's kind of how the good fun ones start. Is that it's
Exactly.
Well, and then with our background with running Memphis in May and stuff, it's definitely organized. We've got the NBN sanctioning bodies donating their time to actually do scores and run the event for us, and we have certified and trained judges that are actually judging the event for us as well.
And then do you plan on, I know you talked about the other locations where people are coming from and have interest in it. So do you plan on maybe doing different competitions in different states, kind of, or trying to get an organization together to where there's like chapters or groups that you can put them on around the.
I think we're going to fill out this weekend and talk to all the people that are there, and then have a discovery session with the core people that have their best skill sets with like marketing and sponsorship and logistics and things like that, and decide if we want to go that way or if we want to just do a big one annually, or do regionals or do regionals and a world championship. I don't know. We've got some things to figure out and see how we want to grow this, and then find partnerships around the country to figure out how to make it work.
Isn't it fun starting off something from the beginning, though?
Oh, it's scary and exciting at the same time.
It's not scary anymore. We got this. She's got this. And
I'm
she had this. She wrote the flyer. She's got this.
You got Mike Davis on your side. I mean, he's like you need it, he'll get it for you. I mean, I'm sure the porta potties that they have to be returned back to the park at some time or whatever. You know what I mean?
If you haven't met my husband Brandon yet, you have to meet him. Him and Mike Davis. You put them together, miracles happen. So it's what it is.
Oh, look at Donnie Paul's. I made a comment. Donnie Paul's watching, Mike D.
Holly Don, what's up, man?
Must
Too bad you're not going to Maui.
Oh, he's not going to Maui?
I don't know. I haven't heard. I know he's not on the first ship yet.
The first wave, yeah. I could see him out there surfing in his thonger out there. Yeah.
I think as of today, we've got 8 out there with OBR, so including Stan.
Yeah. So
Stan, Nick, Jason,
Mike Richter.
Is Dwayne out there?
No,
I think Dwayne's here.
There's I saw the list last night. I can't remember everybody, but we've got a pretty big crew, and plus they've already got a lot of support out there as it is with a couple of smokehouses and country club. I mean, what more could you want to do is serve that one hot meal in a country club in Maui.
Of course, the time we don't go, Mike, it's at a country club in Maui.
Right.
It's a hard time. I hate it. It's definitely a devastating event, and I hate that we have to be there. But if anybody's going to be there, OBR might as well be there.
Yeah.
Right.
And we are going to do some raffle items this weekend for OBR. So
yeah, we're going to do raffle to help with OBR for Maui. So whether it be a 50-50 or wrapping off something big that we can snag at the last minute, we're going to do something at the event this weekend.
Well, Michelle, if you're not in the It's All About the Barbecue group, please join. I think Mike D. I think you are in it. I believe. Feel free. That is not just tied to the store. That is. It's all about barbecue. So if you guys want to, you can post flyers in there about your competitions and stuff like that. It's just to spread the love of barbecue to everybody. So feel free to. I love seeing things start from infancy and hopefully grow to be something big. So yeah, feel free to communicate any of that stuff in there, even about future plans or anything, just so that it'd be kind of nice to watch to see how far this thing goes.
Absolutely. And I did follow your group right before I got on this podcast. So.
Okay.
And that's likewise with Barbecue Blackstone and Beer as well. I mean, feel free to join and share whatever you need out there as well.
Absolutely, will do. And
it's a little bit bigger following than It's All About the Barbecue, but I mean, we'll get it up there one day, right, Steve?
Right. Well, considering that his group is Barbecue Blackstone and Beer, but it's more about Blackstone than barbecue. So
hey, who doesn't like a good Blackstone?
Yeah, but
I love mine. I mean, it got me to the griddle battle and got me to Blackstone headquarters last week.
Well, see, Michelle, there you go. See, Ryan does the griddle battle, and you got this competition. You can have the women's griddle battle or whatever you want to do.
It doesn't always have to be pork.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Definitely appreciate it, Steve. Thanks for the last minute shout out and the time. I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, keep us up to date, and I look forward to
20
seeing.
approves.
20 by 20 is definitely, it's safety approved and definitely approves of this message. Right.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
So, all right, guys. Thanks for coming on.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Nice meeting both of you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet
Good
you
to
too.
meet you, Ryan.
There you go. There we go. Michelle's gone. Ryan's gone. Here we go.
I'm there.
Yeah. Mike Davis is a great guy.
I just kept wanting to think, like Beastie Boys, Mikey D.
Mikey D. Yeah, he's a great guy, hard worker, very resourceful. First time meeting Michelle, so that was kind of nice to see that. It seems like it's a kind of a neat competition. Definitely has something. I think some legs there because I think, like I said, I think there's a lot of women out there that want to do barbecue, but
yeah.
No, he's okay, Donnie Paul. He's just Donnie Paul's just he's just bitter.
No, and I mean that might be something to partner up with Michelle or something down the road with the griddle battle and their event with maybe a women's griddle battle. I mean that's a great idea. We got Michelle's Blackstone here, who is a new up and comer woman on the Blackstone that's just killing it. So she'll actually be out here. She's coming out to the next griddle battle in October, not to compete though, just to hang out and see the event. So it's kind of nice to.
Excellent.
Michelle says small doses. You gotta tone it down a little bit.
That's all right. I mean, but look at how you started the griddle battle, and then you started out small, and and it's meaning Mike D. Yeah, Mike D. You got
small doses of Mike D. Yeah.
I do recommend that. I mean, before you get the full-fledged Mike D.
Just a little sample here and there, and before you take a full bite, right?
Well, sometimes he comes in. He comes in like fast. Just depends on the time of the day. It's fast. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was
a lot of energy. A lot of energy there, buddy. I mean, he definitely puts me to shame, but a lot of energy. Yeah.
I don't think that's that hard to put you to shame, but.
Right. Exactly.
No, buddy, good show today. We had some great guests on. Can we? Are you okay?
I was just checking it out. I wanted to see what was going on.
Check your eyelashes out there. Or something.
Check my eyelashes. Yeah, no, great show, and things are getting better as you can see as the show. It's like I said, it's been a long time since Ryan and I have actually worked together on the show, so our timings was a little off and everything, and now we're kind of getting it down again. I like Ryan with his little aircraft things on. No problem, Mike D.
Oh, thank
you. No problem, Mike. Buddy. Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you. I love barbecue love. So, speaking of barbecue love, this Saturday.
Oh, there it goes. Look at that.
August 19th.
I don't have
11 a.m. Chuck Southern Comfort in Darien.
Yes.
Will be barbecue love stop.
I'm
I don't
gonna
know
be
how many
there.
people are going. The online it says 4, but you never know how
I
many will
think
show up.
if Jeff Nichols is in here, I think he said he is trying to get a half day or something so he can make it. Always enjoy
Boy,
a show with Brian.
Jeff is on me.
Yeah,
Jeff's
He-
beating me up. I
he's-
think he's mad because the last week I was beating you down because you couldn't talk.
right. Yeah, that's one of my moderators on TikTok, so he takes care of me.
Yeah, he's the heavy, right?
Yes. No, barbecue love is going to be great. And then I'm going to be there. Steve's going to be there. Hashtag Handsome's going to be there. So he does want to run the camera. So we will have to try to pull a live into that.
We'll have to try and do a little live somewhere. So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see if we can break ourselves away or just sit our seat or our table or something like that and see what
Yeah.
we can. I didn't even notify him that
Live.
we're coming.
Oh, we're just going to show up.
We're just going to show up because I don't know how many people are coming. So I never know how many people are coming. I try to have people make sure they click on the on the event, so this way we kind of have an idea. So we have a head count and
Phil, that's
right now.
11
It says 4.
11
11
a.m. So, I mean, you definitely got time to come out and eat and get back to your school event at 2.
Yeah.
We'll
Oh
be
no,
right
you'll have more than enough time. We're not usually there that. I mean, because it's.
About an
I mean, the
hour.
whole purpose of it is to. It just depends on how much of the chatting you get into. The purpose of it, obviously, is just to spend money at a family-owned barbecue joint, and then try different barbecue places. Sometimes we go to our favorites, but we try to find new places. Ryan will probably. For our next one, which I'm not sure if we'll be able to get September in, but it might be for October. We were going to try and get the Triple B Big Tip back going again. So I think that'll be. We need to find a sponsor for the Triple B Big Tip that just donate something. If you know of anybody that wants to,
Shoot, I'm
donate.
working on sponsors.
Yeah,
Wallet
leave the
home,
wallet.
Steve's
Steve's buying.
Wow.
Steve does a good enough job buying his own. I get crazy on the. I mean, it's normally like $50 or $60 just for myself, but
It was. It's always a great time. Just giving love back to the barbecue restaurants and getting as many people out there, and just to see people. Is the.
I need a better.
I need a better. I got this, Steve. We're double clicking each other here.
I didn't click it. I read it and started laughing. I didn't click
Gotcha.
it. You're the tech guy. I'm not touching nothing.
We're trying. We had the. Phil said City Barbecue, but that's not a mom and pop. That's a chain, I believe, isn't it?
City Barbecue. Yeah, City Barbecue is. I don't know. I mean, that one I'd have to kind of look at and see because City Barbecue, I think it was started by a pitmaster, but I think it's kind of a chain. But it is a thought. I do know that usually, just in case anybody's usually preparing for a head, I know November is usually my birthday. Usually my birthday. Usually. When I choose to have a birthday. So November is usually my birthday, and I usually go to Station 1 Smokehouse, and that's usually been the traditional end of the barbecue love tour for the year because we don't do December because everybody's busy. So just keep that in mind that sometime in November will probably be we'll be stopping at Station 1 Smokehouse in Plainfield. Actually, we may change it because they might be open in Yorkville. Yeah, they might be open in Yorkville, so we might change it to Yorkville.
I think I can make that one. It's a little bit of a drive for me, but
yeah. Phil Patrick at Station 1 is super cool. It is. It's one of my favorites. There's a few that I call absolute favorites in the area, and thank God. Well, especially now that I moved. Beach Avenue Barbecue is now further away from me, so I'm kind of like smack dab in the center of all my favorites. So which kind of makes it like, I can't go and get good barbecue every day, which is probably a good thing for. Otherwise, I'd look like Ryan a little bit.
Wow. Just say I just took Jeff Nichols just met me down at Station 1 in Plainfield, so we might need the GPS for the one in Yorkville. It might get lost on the way. Stop at Burnt Barrel or Flight or something. But we just took Jeff down there for the first time. Had a good time. Their pastrami is phenomenal.
I love their pastrami. You know what I did when I did go to their Taco Tuesday day, and their tacos are really good too.
Huh. Let's try that out because now I'm working down in Plainfield, so it's nice that I'm actually down that way now.
Or did they kick you out of the other place?
Well, I was in Aurora, but I'm no longer with there. So,
Oh, cool.
so Honky Tonk Barbecue in Pilsen. I don't know. Hey, look at that, Mr. Robert Rose, who's actually going to be our guest.
Robert Rose,
Thursday.
perfect timing, Robert Rose.
Yeah, right at the end of the show here. Robert Rose, guys, if you haven't checked him out, go check him out. Phenomenal cook. His pictures are always on point. I don't know how his food tastes, but they look great.
It looks good.
It looks good. That's all that matters.
It looks
right?
good.
In the social media world, that's all that matters. But yeah, we'll get to know a little bit more about Robert Rose next week on Thursday for the show. And then the following Thursday after that will be Griddles and Vittles with Nick and Jay.
And then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens for.
So we got it laid out for the whole month, but yeah, Robert Rose and Vito are probably two people that can shut down the dinner winner entries with one entry. Oh, look at not the chairman, but so the chairman did beat Robert Rose one day. But I think that you went and I think you called everybody and said, "Hey, I got a chance to beat Robert Rose.
Wow.
I'll give you $1 if
you know, guys, since this show is an hour and we've broke over an hour, we're gonna have to shut this.
It's time to end the show.
Yeah. No,
it is time to end the show.
Good.
And
good
look, we
show.
got a lot of we got like 10 little
10 reactions.
10
12
reactions.
Yes, and we still have 5 people watching us. We just had 8 a second ago, but
well, it's getting now towards the end. The guests are gone, and it's just you and I, which is always a good sign for. I do have to get a different light. I got to find a good spot to go. I got to get a different light because the yellow light, I don't know, it makes me look kind of good.
Oh, kind of like a mild Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it past the senior citizen's bedtime? Wow.
Wow. Jeff Nichols is just.
Wow. Jeff is coming out throwing. He is coming out throwing it today, man. That's I get no more picking on Ryan when
See what happens. My family comes together.
You pull him out of your beard.
It's like the birds.
Yeah, it's like a little utility belt. Just kind of like pull different things out of it. Yeah, yeah, right.
There's my sound effect for Sean.
Yeah.
But yeah, good show tonight. Sean Young, Michelle, and Mikey D. Great information, guys. I'm sure next year maybe Michelle and them will have a website up there. I couldn't locate her Facebook page. Ain't It the Life? I believe she said it was. Yeah, Ain't It the Life? So if you guys if you can find it on Facebook, go check it out. Sean Young at mzhh.org. Go check that out. If you're in the area to Yorkville for next month, if you can sign up to volunteer, just to give back and be there. You'll meet some amazing chefs and barbecue people that'll be there. I heard him say the CEO of KCBS will be there as a special guest judge too. So, yeah, it'll be a good time.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
Well, it is a good show, Brian. Thanks. It was a great show. I think we did a good job.
See, guys, great show, especially Ryan. Yeah. Let's go to bed. All right.
With that, guy, did you offer to buy Jeff Nichols' lunch on Saturday? Is that what this is all about?
No, I bought his lunch once.
Always fantastic. Donnie Paul, it's always good to see you on. Donnie Paul was co-host once, right after Ryan left. Donnie Paul was on for a show. He was a co-host for a show.
Yeah, well, work got in the way, so.
Yeah, he's always busy. Yeah. Donnie Paul always says he's busy, but
yeah, Jeff's got to go to bed anyways. But with that, guys, thanks for hanging out with myself, Ryan from Barbecue Blackstone and Beer, and my wonderful co-hosts. I got to remember it's backwards. Like I want to point this way, but you're that way. Yes. Mr. Steve Crass. It's all about the barbecue.
It's all about the barbecue. Thank you, everybody, for joining and watching. Please follow Barbecue Blackstone and Beer. Please follow It's All About the Barbecue. There are pages. Join the groups. Each one has a group. Each one has a page. Each one has a group. And then each one has, look at that, 3, the way I did 3. Each one has a YouTube channel. So please, if you can follow all 3 of them. This way you're always good to be notified. Ain't It the Life Catering. Mikey D says.
Oh, see, I did find that one, so it's not that hard to find, but I didn't know if that was it, so I
Yeah.
didn't want to put that one out there.
Yeah, and then Michelle O something, Michelle
O'Gwyn.
O'Gwyn. Yeah,
it's right there. So
thanks, Mike D.
Girls
So
and
thank you
Vittles,
guys all
see
for
you guys
watching.
31st.
We will be back, as Ryan said. We will be back next Thursday. Oh, you know what? Hey, before we go, I just want to give a shout out. His name was mentioned a lot last week with Fred Dudek, but I do want to give a shout out to Mr. Jeff Gallo, who created the Thursday Night Barbecue logo that usually is on the announcement. We put that on there, Thursday Night Barbecue Chat. It says that, and it has both of our logos on it. So that's going to be on all of the hey, TD Brew and Crew just signed on, Brew and Barbecue. So thank you, Jeff Nichols. Jeez, I got Jeff Nichols on the break. Jeff
Thank
Gallo.
you, Jeff Nichols.
Jesus, after Jeff Nichols beating the poop out of me all night, I got kind of a little, he's intimidated me a little bit. Yeah, thanks to Jeff Gallo. He does an awesome work. He's done a lot of the logos that you see. I know the Wanamaker ones, a bunch of the shirts we have. It's all about the barbecue logo, both of them, and the barbecue Black Zone and Beer one. So thank you, Jeff Gallo, for your barbecue familyness and being an awesome, just a regular awesome person. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks, Jeff. You intimidate me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. I'm kind of nervous for the weekend.
TD's Brew and Barbecue is one of the first podcasts that I used to watch on here with TD's Brew and Barbecue, Mr. Terrell, and Mad Moose Barbecue out of California. So I'm still waiting for confirmation from TD to see if he's coming up for the griddle battle on the 14th of October. So we'll see what happens. But guys, have a good night. Thanks again for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Without you guys, we couldn't do this. So make sure you tune in every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. See you, everybody.